This is Devil May Cry 5, in case you didn't read the title of the video or see the title card that's coming up in a second. So yeah, I've never played Devil May Cry before, but I decided to give it a chance, give it a go, and here are my thoughts on it. So we're playing as Dante's brother. I have seen Dante before, seen other people play all the Devil May Cries and stuff. I know who Dante is, basically. But yeah, so we're playing as his brother in this case. There's a little of like context and stuff from these clips that you'll get why we're playing as his brother.
We've known each other a long time. You never had this much trouble. You gonna make it through this, Dante?
What am I doing wasting my time here? He's got this.
You should not underestimate this demon. After all, it was he who took your right arm and gained a great deal of power from it. I'm leaving. I suggest you do not fall behind.
Yeah. Okay, V. You're an interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
So yeah, that's our introduction to it. We're gonna go help Dante in a fight. I'm not really a huge fan of when games open up as a tutorial. I'm gonna be honest. It's not a huge deal. It's great to learn the mechanics and stuff. It's just majority of the time whenever I have played a game, I prefer to just straight up learn. I think you might be able to turn tutorials off. Also, man, I didn't read that at all that it said to hold jump, by the way. That's why I wasn't getting up the wall. But yeah, not a huge fan of when games start with tutorials.
I could take you with no arms.
Immediately I'm getting the kind of feel of what the game's going to be like, and I'm going to be honest, it gives me Infamous, Ninja Gaiden, and obviously it's got that Resident Evil 4 aspect to it with the characters being very smart-arsey, and Dante is made from Leon, so it makes sense.
Looks like this won't be a total waste of time after all. Hey, jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal? Sorry, Dante. I'm bagging this bitch.
That's another thing it slightly reminds me of. Footage I had seen of Final Fantasy, as well as a little bit of it that I played at a friend's house. It's another game series that I haven't really gotten into too much, but it does seem cool. Rather than boring you with the incredibly long amount of time I spent jumping this and shooting that, I'll skip forward to the moment that I'm pretty sure this was a scripted lose, like you're supposed to just lose to continue, and I wasn't aware of this, so I kept fighting.
Round two.
Get her out of here! This is a bad move!
I can still fight!
Go! You're just dead weight!
Back up! Come on! Let go! We must leave here. You're far stronger than we ever could have imagined. Bastard called me dead weight! I didn't come all this way for nothing! Stop hitting yourself and think of ways to get stronger and actually help. If Dante loses, you're all that can defeat Urizen. Is that what you call him? Yes. Urizen, the Demon King. That's the name of the demon that took your arm.
What happened to Dante? Where's Dante?
He's buying time, but it doesn't look good.
So yeah, now you get the basis. We have to become stronger to avenge our brother. Moving on to my favorite character, this girl.
I'm cooking. Any special orders?
For reasons.
Hey, I got a new arm for ya.
I'm not 100% sure if this intro is copyright or not, but you get the gist of this girl's attitude as a crew member. She fits in pretty well, pretty badass, and she's got that like southernish accent. I don't know. Doesn't seem to give a fuck. Seems pretty cool. I like that character. Also, this bit, this man is flipping around and shooting to this like insane music montage moment. And this girl's trying to catch cigarettes in her mouth while flipping the van. Classic. Also, pretty cool intro to the game, I ain't gonna lie. Also find it funny, he doesn't like that she's smoking in the car, but he'll light that back up for, you know, the respect of the group for what she just did with that whole flip thing while he's shooting everyone. I don't know. I like the dynamic. It's pretty cool. Also, this was a decent transition. I liked it. It seems like a lot of this game is going to be like cutscene-ish. Also, this was the most confusing thing to load back into. I pressed continue and this is what I was greeted to. And I wasn't really sure what was happening, but she just continued doing this for a long time until I like spammed X to get out of it. It turns out this is a shop that you get between missions. Wasn't aware. Also, this spaghetti hand that she pulls out, you really can buy that for some reason in the game. A lot of these moments will actually happen with this guy where he's gonna do some Leon-ass flip and kick something out of the way, or you'll see it happens like a fair bit. The combat, it's decent, right? I'm getting the gist of the fact that you gotta charge the sword up. I'm just not getting the timing at this point when I'm watching back on what I'm doing. Yeah, also the music. Every single time you get into a fight, there's just like montagey music happening, which I'm sure you can turn it off if you didn't like it, but me personally, it adds to it a little bit. I'm thinking as the game progresses and we unlock more skills, it's going to become a very flowy, lovable, cool fighting style. Like Ninja Gaiden, when you first play it, it can be a little confusing. But then once you start like nailing the combinations and not just spamming buttons, you can actually do some crazy stuff, and it seems like this game has the same sort of thing, and you learn the skills from that girl who, come to think of it, I don't even know her name. I like the character, but I don't even know her name. But yeah, you learn skills from her and you buy equipment and stuff, but from what I've seen, I brought that slicer skill, I brought a horizontal dodge, which I haven't worked out fully how to do that. But yeah. Also, this is pretty cool how it like rates how you're doing in the combat, like at the very moment you're doing it, so you can like keep an S rank going the entire time. I think you get more points for it, which I found out the points aren't just for upgrading, because spoiler alert, I got my ass absolutely beaten by a giant thing very soon, and you can resurrect. Alright, so I skipped ahead of like a lot of this to come out because like it's unnecessary to repeatedly show everything. But yeah, so there's this phone booth you come across, and even though you answer the call, she will turn up like you called her, I guess, or I don't know how that works. But either way, she'll turn up mid-mission and allow you to buy upgrades and equipment, because obviously your hand is interchangeable. Well, probably not actually obvious, but anyway, your hand did get ripped off at one point, so your replacement is this machine she has built, and you could buy them from her. Which is confusing because they're also laying around the city, but it's a game, so let's not think about it too hard.
Somebody call a doctor?
I wasn't expecting any survivors.
Sorry to disappoint you. Hey, you happen to see a guy around here? About this big, uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
Your blood is a very precious sacrifice. Eating you would do me no good. I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
King? You? I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy and all, but you seem more like a knuckle-scrapping fart in the wind than anything else. No offense.
Do you know who I am? I shall show you the wrath of the mighty.
Cool trick! Hey, do you do parties?
I'm gonna be honest, that has the exact same energy as I Want a Second Opinion from Leon from RE9. And these bosses, these big ones like this, really do remind me of Ninja Gaiden bosses. Obviously, different mechanic styles. I did really like this whole moment with the map transitions in crazy ways. I liked it a lot. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you might be able to play as this guy in Soul Calibur. Or you can get a skin of him in Soul Calibur. I'm not 1,000% sure. But yeah, that was a pretty cool transition. Then he starts using pillars and stuff. And I was thinking, I'll just hide behind the pillars. I'm not going to talk to you during this entire fight, by the way. It's a long fight. I was very confused about what I was doing. But I'll just give the breakdown and then just leave it at what it is for the rest of it. I could edit out the really embarrassing parts, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I don't know. I kept shooting this guy, by the way, and I'm noticing, watching it back there, the shooting isn't doing a whole lot. Like, it doesn't look like it's actually damaging him at all. He needs to be hit with fire weapons, which makes sense. Yeah, this was the transition that I was not expecting, by the way. I was really confused about what was happening right here, but he sucked me up. I'm in his stomach mouth, and then he just spat me out in the street. Now I have no health, and it's becoming really obvious at this point. I need to get help. And I wasn't really sure, is there a heal button? So I'm just like spamming different buttons. It turns out there is like green orbs on the ground. They are health. Anyway, I'm gonna stop commentating at this point, but yeah, this game, pretty fun so far. I can really see that later on it's going to be a lot of fun when you learn all the skills and stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more crazy boss fights like this, a lot of cool cutscenes and stuff to get along. So yeah, I'm glad I got it when it was on sale.
Garbage now? Got some weird taste. Says a mere demon. How about we wrap this?
curse my stars in bit of grief and woe. That made my love so high, and me so low. Little wanderer, I thee home.
Thought I was gonna have to pick you out of his, tummy teeth.
Pardon my delay. I was catching up on some reading.
Yeah, looks like a real page-turner. So, think Dante's still in there?
If Urizen defeated him, then I expect he's not much more than Glyphod pollen by now.
A what?
Glyphod. It's a tree that grows in the underworld. It thrives on human blood, and those whose blood it sucks, well, let's just say they don't turn out too well.
Well, in any case, we need to find out. If Dante's alive, we'll save him. If not, we don't.
Wait. First, we need to exterminate some Glyphod roots.
V, what the hell are you?
I know I'm late. Shut it! The roads were all clogged. Hey, you must be V, huh? Hey, you gonna get that? Ding, 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 right by your feet. Woo-wee! I'm gonna make something amazing out of this.
Did you just sniff that? Do you have any idea where that's been?
Up your butt?
Focus on the mission